Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. I'm Kevin McNew. It's Wednesday, September 21st, a mixed day in the markets. Let's take a look at Grain Edge's trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn was off 1.5, beans off 14 3/4, and wheat in Chicago managing a fractional half-cent advance. News today, there was all sorts of news to talk about. Let's start first with the much anticipated Fed announcement. They decided to keep interest rates unchanged, but Chairman Yellen suggested that they are strongly watching and looking for a likely interest rate hike before the end of the year, suggesting that labor markets are solid and that as long as that data continues to support, they will likely be raising interest rates moving forward. So the market overall, the US dollar didn't really move much as a result, as did equities. They stayed pretty tame. But there was some shakeup in crude oil. Some of that data we'll talk about here in a second. But on other news, in the grain markets, USDA had a big round of flash sales announcements this morning. 3 different deals in soybeans and 1 deal in hard red winter wheat. The hard red winter wheat deal was for 145,000 metric tons to Morocco, and the 3 deals in soybeans combined to 363,000 metric tons. That was certainly supportive as we started the trade, but we didn't manage to hold those gains. We'll take a look at soybean action here in a second. In other news, EIA crude numbers were shockingly low compared to what analysts were expected. Analysts had been looking for a higher crude oil number on the week after 2 weeks in a row of lower crude stocks, but instead crude oil numbers were off 6.2 million barrels from last week versus expectations of a 3.35 million barrel build. That got the crude oil pretty well moving higher. We were up $1.30 going into the afternoon trade session here today. Also in EIA's data, they talked about ethanol, and ethanol this week was off in terms of production, off 23,000 barrels a day, dipping below 1 million barrels for the first time in a few months. Stocks were also lower, dropping to just under or just above 20 million barrels of inventory. But in the bean market, you would think, given all those positive sales, we would have had a very strong day. Instead, we turned sharply lower. We came in to the from the night session holding a somewhat negative bias. But as we opened the session, we expected to see some pop up here, and we got an initial trade up to the 990 range, but quickly in the next hour of trade really just eroded any sort of positive momentum we had, getting down into that pivotal 970 mark. So watch for that tomorrow and in tonight's session. 970 sort of on the downside. That was yesterday's low after yesterday's big move higher. So we're really two-sided trade here, really choppy. I still think there's a negative bias to this market as we move closer and closer into harvest and get the full brunt of harvest progress starting to hit the market. That's all we've got for today on Grain TV. As always, if you'd like to learn more about how we can help you in your own grain trading situation, visit us online at grainhedge.com. As a Grain Edge trading client, you'll get our technical alerts email first thing every trading day. Technical Alerts is a powerful system that generates quality trading opportunities. Each trading opportunity shows a chart and analysis providing clear price targets and risk potential. Technical Alerts look at historical chart formations and compare the current environment to the past to form concrete trading recommendations. The commodities covered by Technical Alerts includes grains, livestock, crude oil, currencies, bonds, and metals. Start your trading day with the most powerful insight into market direction and improve your trading today. Sign up at grainhedge.com to become a client.